Let's see what we have here. Look at that, my brand new drum studio. Let's have a tour. What's up guys, I'm Jarkko, a Finnish drummer. Welcome to my new fully soundproof drum/recording studio, which I've just finished building here. I've been always super intrigued about studio builds, and this was now a chance for me to build my own dream studio, fully soundproof it with air conditioning, cooling and heating, and then design everything, interiors, build acoustics, they're all DIY built. So I built this to be a place where I'm going to play drums and also play and rehearse with my other bands and also record playthroughs, film them. And I built this into a Nordic standard garage. It involved, in addition to the actual build, first throughout research on soundproofing to ensure that I have enough knowledge to start to embark on this kind of build. It was a huge task, a lot of stress and also risk financially. But I did it, and in the end it was a successful build, which I'm super happy about it and grateful. So all the soundproofing and everything you see here, all the acoustics and everything is basically self-built here. And while I was at it, I documented everything on video, and I put a course where I'm building this whole thing from ground up, from beginning to an end, a digital course which you are able to get if you're planning yourself building a soundproof studio. All the soundproofing, acoustics and planning and designs, it's all there in the course. Check out the link in the description. But let's get into the details and the walkthrough of this place, of this soundproof studio which I built. I have lights around the wall thing. They are controlled with a light switch. Normally I'm able to also tweak them separately. There's a separate switch for this like monitoring area and separate switch for the drum area. These are direct signs LEDs which I bought. They are still to be put in the cases, and I'm able to control them with this remote thing to control the dimmable level of it and also the color temperature of them. I have also windows here which I'm able to close, of course, in order to control the light. When I'm doing some drum filming or whatever, I'm able to control the lighting. Here you can see it closed, it's completely darkening the window. These windows are soundproof as well, 2 windows of this double room structure, and it's an even stronger soundproof, I think, than the walls. And in the storage area here, custom built, of course, needs to be black. OSB board painted black, which I'm able to then, stuff with whatever nails or screws where I'm able to mount on things, microphone cables, golf bag for the drum gear, and then cymbal case, drum heads, whatever accessories. You need to have some accessory area for sure, and some drum cases, drum heads again. Here I built this drumstick stand here, storage room for cables, and here is also another storage thing for all kinds of drum stands mounted to this kind of hardware thing which I bolted to the wall. Here we have a seat, and it's also a storage unit. Everything we do here needs to be thought in a way that it's saving space and keeping things as compact as possible. The cooling and the heating is done through this mini split which I have here, this air heat pump, which of course I painted matte black as well. It's barely able to take the signal still, but it's still working. It was worth it. I love it. This keeps me warm and cool. This air heat pump is not really bringing fresh air or anything. That's done through the HVAC, which is also soundproof. This is just a normal air heat pump, which is then taking care of the cooling and the heating of this space. Works really nice, very quiet. Also installed soundproof manners used. I also built the acoustic panelings, all custom built to this whole space we have these more of standard wall panels, which is maybe 10 centimeter thick rock wall panels. My kind of custom panel design, which I came up with. It's all around. I built them all. I had a couple of them ready from my previous home studio, but these are completely newly built. These cloud ceilings, bass straps there, and these back wall panels. And also I've built some gobos, but let's see them a little bit later. And then we have the drum area here, my drums and the carpet. I take this whole thing when I play live. For example, last time when we had the tour with Master Plan, with Damnation Plan, I took this carpet around all the places and these drums. Same set, and there's also, you can see behind there, this drum rack unit which I built. There's a separate video of that. Check it out if you haven't yet. I put it into the links. So these drums are Tamastar Classic Maple drums. I might do a walkthrough separately of them. Got some filming lights here and also mounts for the filming lights for the kit, which are mounted to the ceiling. This setup of lighting, this basic setup of lighting, I brought from my previous YouTube studio. There's also a tour of that if you haven't checked that out. So I was able to use that, of course, the learnings of that, and then to use the same gear from that and bring it here, and then also upgrade a little bit some other elements to that as well. Back here you see the sound panels, the acoustic panels behind the drums, and then now on this drum studio I built these thicker bass straps into the corner. They are 20 centimeter deep with rock wool built into these IKEA cabinets with this design which I did. There's also at the course there is a walkthrough of all these, detailed build of all these, how to do this style, how I did it, and reasonings behind them. Check that out as well, the link in the description for the build course. And here we can see a ceiling cloud which I built for the drums as well, a more slimmer panels above it which are also which are mounted to the ceiling, to the floated ceiling. And there you can see my trusted overhead drum cam, DJI Osmo Action. I've had these for 5 years and they still work pretty nice. And here's my drum setup, which I play here. Tamastar Classic Maple, ready mic'd always, plug and play. And one side note, it's possible to also record track drums here, also vocals and other instruments. It's also possible to film playthroughs here. So just DM me if you are around from Helsinki, Vantaa area in Finland. It's possible to do them here. I'm open for that. Just DM me, for example, on Instagram or Facebook, and let's talk about it more. But now let's get back to the studio tour. And then here is the rack unit for the live monitoring, which I use also to get the sounds from the recording computer here through this audio cable. Here you can see my in-ears, rehearse in-ears, which I have been using, been happy with them. Custom logo molded in-ears. Check out the rehearse video, which I also did back in the day. This is a brand I trust. Great company, great service there. rehearse Orelo in Finland. Look, this is the thing, a fan for the drums. Massive. Here you can see one of these gobos which I built. I might build another one, and on top of it you can see a Wi-Fi router, which of course I painted black as well. I'm able to use the internet from the main house. Here you can see more filming lights, key light for the filming, which I have again mounted to the wall. And then overhead mics, they are mounted to the ceiling. So overall, this is a really nice area. Took a lot of time to figure it out, all the positionings, but now it's starting to be pretty far and in a pretty nice situation where I've been using it already a lot and I've been loving it. Let me know what you think about it. And here we have the Behringer X32 rack. I'm able to track 16 tracks there. I'm at the moment using only 10 mics from the drum set. It goes through these snakes there to the back, to this back unit here, this backboard. And if we would have band practices, I would just take these out, these drum mic inputs, and replace them with the routing we have for the band live scenario. This all is connected, these 16 tracks basically from the drum mics. It's connected to the recording computer via a USB cable. Through this cable channel then to the recording computer. A very simple setup. I think it is an okay mic preamps. I guess this X32 Behringer has. That's maybe an upgrade at some point to add some more preamps and whatever improvements, but this is what I've been using and for the current sounds. Check out the sound test of the first drum cover, for example. There'll be a link in the description. If I would be recording, we'll be using this for the band purposes, I would just pick another scene from the X32 and that would be it. Here we have then the other area. This is the lounge / monitoring mixing area. We have some storage, shelves, a little bit disorganized as it is when it's in use, a guitar stand. And here we can see actually there is air ventilation, so this is fully air conditioned. Here's coming the fresh air, and here we have the exhaust air, the extract air. So it's fully air conditioned as well, this thing. Here we have heating thermostats for the ground heating. We have vinyl as the floor. Drumhead, of course, that's hiding some of the electric cables and switches, which I have here. And here is then this more of a mixing and monitoring area. We have door outside. There's an entrance behind this door. We might not go there this time, but there's an entrance and there's also a bathroom here in the studio. In the corner we can see this angled corner bass traps, which are built. They have airspace in the corner there. They are just angled into the corner like this. Built them. These were a little bit more tedious built because of their shape. There we have also a window with again a curtain, a blocking curtain, be able to control the sun and who's looking in here. The neighbors are there on the other end. Then we have a big gobo here, which is currently placed on the wall. It has wheels as well there. And then we have some panels which has this diffuser which are built. There's another guitar stand which has now this light at the moment. There's my room mic positioned there in the ceiling at the moment. One mic, might be adding another one for stereo and seeing how it is, but that's where it's currently positioned. Here we have as well a ceiling cloud, which is movable. It's on a track, so I'm able to change positions if I'm recording vocals or something and want to change the acoustic treatment. Able to maybe put another one there, but that's so that this is kind of like a modular, in that sense tweakable, that if I want to change the layout, I'm not fixed to this position because we want to be careful what we are mounting to the floated ceiling. Don't want to make extra holes there all the time. So everything's been thought in a way that it doesn't prevent changes and adaptability. So it's kind of configurable and adjustable. And here we have this case, this sofa table here. There's chair, and this sofa table holds my drum cases. Soft drum cases there, they take a lot of space. Everything is trying to keep things tidy and hold as much storage as possible. Little cupboard there in the corner for accessories, a moving table here. And here is my computer, the recording computer at the moment. It's been handled with Mac Mini at the moment. I built this table custom, again from Bauhaus, and then this has this sliding keyboard which I also built, which I already have in my home studio as well, same design. This time now did it as well. Quite nicely cable managed, but now I added some HDMI splitters, so now it's a little bit more messy. It was super tidy, but this is at the moment this computer setup. I'm doing mixes more in my home studio in the other building, but this is more for recording and controlling the recordings, at least so far. I might be upgrading this desk, studio desk. If you have recommendations for compact studio desks, let me know. I'm interested to figure out those. Speakers, I have these Presonus speakers. Were cheap. I had gift card to Discoland, bought them from there. Pretty decent sounding, I think. And for the sound card, I have this Onyx Producer 2x2. So this was a really huge task, I have to say. Thousands of man hours and thousands of money. But in the end, it was a successful build, which I'm grateful and super happy about it. And I also want to thank my contractor friend who helped me with it, and other people who also were supporting me and helping me with this, making this happen. You know who you are. Super grateful to be able to play here drums anytime I want in soundproof way. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. I know my neighbors won't be disturbed. And also all of that accumulation is there in the course which I put together. So if you are planning yourself building a soundproof studio, check out the course, and if you follow that, you should be able to do it successfully as well, because it's the exact build what I did. But I know there's a lot of stress involved in a project like this. Believe me, I did that, but also that's what I did the course for, so you wouldn't need to stress about it, because I stressed about it, and they're all in the course. And a project like this is like always a forever evolving project. I think next I will be updating likely the studio desk and more of the lounge area. If you have ideas how to upgrade my studio desk, some compact studio desk and other things like this, or ideas, let me know in the comments. And like this video if you digged my build, comment about it. More content coming from the studio soon. Check out also my other social medias. There's coming more photos and more behind the scenes stuff there as well, which won't be on this channel, and subscribe to the channel. More content coming from the studio soon. That's about it for now. See you guys soon in the next videos. Diffuser here. This is mounted, fixed to this panel. Vittu kun tää tärisee tää mun käsi. This is fixed to the wall, this other panel.